Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to episode 16 on my Rugby League Live 3 Win 1 Take 1 series. Now in this episode we're going to be taking on the first few games of the top 4 side, so some pretty important games coming up. In terms of there's a lot of good players who are available in this game to get, especially this Storm game in particular, but the Cowboys are the second game that we're taking on, and obviously the big man that we want from that side is Jonathan Thurston, although the Matt Scotts and James Tamu and some of those players. Michael Morgan I'll definitely take. Some of those guys would be great pickups, but this time on the big three, any of the big three would be great. Jesse Bromwich running the ball back here would be great. Tohu Harris, Kevin Proctor, they've got a lot of New Zealand players. They've got Will Chambers, a lot of phenomenal players, and it's only going to get harder, the actual games themselves as well. So I was expecting a tough game. How tough this game actually was, I wasn't really expecting it to be this tough, to be honest with you. It was quite an entertaining game. You saw Greg Bird just get on the receiving end of an offload and went straight under the post there. Jamie Sow kicking the goal, so 6-0 up. But definitely wasn't all our way, and a lot of the stuff wasn't total shit play from us. You'll see in a second here, Billy Slater, he's going to score a try right here. Jamie Soward was the one who was left clutching at air there, but Slater just stepped around him, and I'll just let you in on a little bit of a secret. That's not the last you'll see Billy Slater. There'll be a lot of highlights involving Billy Slater, and I gotta say, he's one of those. He feels so overpowered. I know he's a great player in real life, one of the best for sure, but I don't know. He's so untackleable in this game, and there was a few players in this Storm side that felt untackleable. So yeah, it was strange, but we've got a few players of our own who are quite hard to tackle. James Roberts being one of them, just pure speed. I think maybe one of the fastest in the game, probably. Well, I'm talking about on this game. Some of the ratings in this game are a bit strange, but I'm pretty sure he's 96 rated, and people like Brett Morrison that are 93 or something. So it does sort of seem about right that James Roberts there. I'm not sure if obviously I think 99 would probably be the highest you can get, but Josh Hoffman, a speedster in his own right, nowhere near nowhere near Roberts or anything, but at least in this game Hoffman is incredible, and it's actually a bit refreshing to get to the line with Hoffman in that situation. We've had a few opportunities with Hoffman where we've got tackled over the sideline, and I've got to say I was waiting for it to happen. I was pretty certain it was going to happen. There was a particular time where the defender ended up sort of making a little bit of a move over, but then nothing happened. I think we sort of moved over a touch a little bit as well and nearly hit the sideline, but we ended up getting the try. It was all let down though by some poor defence as Billy Slater scored his second try. Just went straight through the middle, untouched, up until Dugan made an attempt at him, and obviously it was game over by that. Well, not game over, but it was game at that point. Slater, he's obviously going to have too much pace, but Storm did give away the ball coming out of our own end from the kickoff, and we just wanted to go straight for the middle of the post, try and whack over a field goal, have that 1 point lead, but instead they give away a penalty and also get sin bin, so they probably would have been better off just receiving that field goal that we already had planned. I mean, you saw us using the D-pad to set up for the field goal. Sauer was back there waiting, and instead of a 7 point lead or even maybe a 6 point had we missed the goal, we're going to have an 8 point lead. Plus, if we win this game, we've already got a bonus player confirmed. So, just a matter of going on with it in the second half. And it's going to start off quite well here. Maybe we should have looked for the inside pass to Israel Folau, but we didn't do that. Now, Semir Radra is going to go straight through. And I think it's Kevin Proctor doesn't end up making a tackle attempt. And I'm not sure if he was offside or something. But I was definitely waiting to try and palm off a player there. And it just never happened. I couldn't believe it. And then also getting around Slater as well. That was a huge thing to do. Radra is actually someone who I find I haven't had too much success with taking around the fullbacks. I mean, Valentine Holmes did it a fair bit. Hoffman does it all the time. Radra, I'm not sure what's going wrong with him, but I've seen a lot of people online say, he's really, really good, and he is very, very good. He scored a lot of tries for us, but I thought he might have been able to score a bit more, but evidently not. So 26-12, pretty comfortable at this stage. But Storm, you can never write them off, and I will say there is a little bit of a comeback to happen. But I think it's Kevin Proctor just there. Or maybe it was Tohu Harris. They got pretty similar hair. I'm not really sure. They went through a gap there. And then they put up a bomb. And I was wondering why it wouldn't let me get under the bomb with Dugan. Now, I went and put myself there manually. But I thought it was a bit strange. And obviously hit the post. And that was the reason why. I reckon it knew it was hitting the post. So didn't go for it. And then Kurt Mann is another OP player. I sort of alluded to a bit earlier that there's a few players in this Storm side who were just unplayable at times. Kurt Mann was one of them, just barging off tackles left, right and centre. So we definitely had to worry about Kurt Mann there. And I actually thought it was Cameron Munster at the time, but it wasn't. Now, Billy Slater is going to go ahead and score his 3rd try of the game, his hat-trick. And, they're right back in the game. They're going to be just 2 points behind once Cameron Smith kicks his goal. He could throw this over from here. So he kicks the goal. 4 from 4 is Cameron Smith, and just a 2-point lead. So momentum's all by the Storm here. They hit the edges. Radradra is palmed off by Kurt Mann. Thankfully, Dugan actually makes the tackle this time, and that was a bit relieving. And right here is the momentum killer that we needed, and that was a penalty given away. I'm not sure who it was given away by, but Storm, they ended up losing the game pretty much from that point in. Nothing happened, and we just played a little smart game. And it's just a matter of, like I said, there's momentum in this game, I'm pretty sure. So you just got to stop that. That first set after they score points is very, very hard. I swear, every tackle you get palmed off, and yeah, you just got to withstand that. Make sure you get lots of bodies around, and once they palm off the first guy, grab him with a second person. Now, Jesse Bromwich is the first player we pick up, and I'm really happy about that. I think he's about 90/91 rated. He's one of those two. So the best prop, probably best prop in the game on this game at least, and in real life, I'd say as well. Blake Green, the second player, not really looking to use him, but I mean, he's there. We'll throw him in the squad. Dane Weston, the dude who got sin-binned, probably a silly penalty to give away, but so he might have had to give it. Won't be using him, but we'll throw him in the side just in case. And Kevin Proctor is someone who we will be using. He can play second row lock and prop in this game. I don't think he's ever played prop, but I really rate Kevin Proctor. I think he's a great player, runs great lines in real life, and I was very intrigued to see how he goes on this game. I mean, he's not really one of those players who you would think would be like an OP player on the game. Like, he's not really, really big or like super fast or anything, but he seems like a really good, solid player. Maybe like a Josh Jackson sort of player for this game I'm talking about. I'm not talking about in real life, obviously different there. But yeah, win against the Storm, I'll definitely take it. And moving on to the game against the Cowboys, there's obviously a lot of good players to pick up. I'd say the Storm probably the harder game of the two, but I mean, Cowboys, still a tough ask to win. I mean, they got Thurston, who is a player we definitely want. And you see a big Semi Radradra, one of the few times I've actually put off a successful drive back. Usually it ends up with them driving forward for a few meters there. But we blow a great chance there. We picked up the ball and just a bit of a panic. I just wanted to try and see if we could pull off like a nice little try. Generally work out though. And maybe that was a little bit of karma for us losing the ball. We end up on the receiving end of a very lucky play where we didn't charge the ball down, but we ran into it and the ball went over the sideline, and we caught the ball while outside the field of play, and they said it was a caught in goal, so a bit of a glitch there. But maybe that was actually karma for the Cowboys, having a bit of bullshit where they should have had the ball again from 10-meter line, and maybe we would have preferred that, defending a set line sort of thing rather than drop the ball and have a runaway with Kane Linnett. But they end up spilling the ball from the kickoff. Israel Folau throws a dummy, and whatever that player was who made the dive tackle around the legs, he just missed it completely, and Folau scores very, very easily there. Now, the wind was going from right to left like really, really hard, so we have a little bit of giveaway if the ball heads to the right a little bit, but I mean, if you put it straight at the post from the sideline, I'm pretty sure it's going to miss. Oh, sorry, the black dot is more what I'm trying to say, not the post, but yeah, the wind is very, very strong in this game, and yeah, I wasn't really too happy about conceding that try. As you can see, we're losing this game at the moment. Israel Folau is going to pick up this ball. Now, that was a really, really dumb play there by the Cowboys. The Cowboys attack there, and Kieran Foran just goes down the short side, and I'd say if you're looking for a cheap play where you've got a guaranteed try, which I will do from time to time whenever I feel like, especially in a situation like that, I think you definitely need to go from that dummy half run. It doesn't really work as effectively when you're right on the line, but I mean, you can do it. Auckland Nines is guaranteed try every single time, no matter what position, as long as you're inside like the 20-meter mark. And then we go back to back here, coast to coast. Samuel Radradra it is. We just hit the edges pretty early, and Radradra had a lot of space there. I'm not even sure why after kickoffs is defense so open. I don't really understand it, but I don't know. It is what it is, and we've taken advantage of it. We've had it taken advantage of us after kickoffs plenty of times, so I'm not going to feel bad about exploiting the game there. And we score another try here just on the 28th minute mark. Ball, they're going up to the video ref, but you would assume, I think it was Hoffman, you assume Hoffman would be able to get this ball down. He is a really, really good winger, Josh Hoffman. We saw at the Broncos, and a lot of people believe he's actually a winger rather than a centre. or a fullback, and I can't really argue with you because he had a great season that year, and he's actually playing really well for us. And there's the try confirmed. The only real doubt was whether he got the ball over the line, and obviously initially maybe grown a little bit before, but we slid it over. Sauer, this is what I was talking about with the wind. Obviously it's not ideal, and obviously the wind just smashed at that time and stopped us. Also, it didn't help that we didn't even get it in the red at all. And Josh Dugan is going to go over the line there. He got held up, but I should mention Jesse Bromwich had a really, really solid run there. Got us great field position. And, you know, that was his first touch. He came off the bench this game. Pretty much just me forgetting to moving on to the starting side. But we have a really, really, really risky offload there. And Josh Dugan comes up with a big play right there. Went around the legs. And then the Storm... Oh, sorry, not the Storm. I keep saying the Storm because the jerseys look similar. But... the Cowboys, it was just a tackle around the leg. Then they blew it, but then they ended up scoring eventually with Thurston just powered his way over. Because Thurston is the powerhouse and can just run through everybody. But they had an open line. That was just the game once again, sort of not realising. It does play a lot better than Rugby Live 2 in the sense that it will play what's in front of them. But in times like that where, you know, they're through the line, they've already committed to some other play, which does happen in real life a little bit, but not really too often. Two penalties in a row, like consecutive tackles, different reasons for giving it, but it gave us great field position. We've launched up a bomb here, and I was like, oh, caught in goal, but perfect bomb, and then it gives us another set. And you see Jamie Soward pump fakes it, and then throws the cutout pass, perfect pass there. Had we just hit the pass button, and wouldn't have went for the cutout, because I think there was Kevin Proctor inside of him, so we definitely went for that pass for sure, and I thought that was really well, and it was sort of pre-planned. I knew for sure I was going to pass it as soon as I got to the line. It wasn't like a thing where I'm like, oh shit, he's so open. I was like, I'm always going to James Roberts with that one, but it worked out so well, and I was really happy to score that try, but I wasn't happy to concede that try because it just puts Cowboys right back in it, and now they're going to have a lot of momentum. But you can see Thurston also having trouble with the win there. I think both of them kicked 3 from 4, but Cowboys with another chance, and then it's going to be killed off here by Jamie Soward. Picks up a ball. Thurston with a very, very poor pass. We just got enough contact around the legs to force Thurston's pass into hitting the ground. And I would say that was a forced error. If you're talking tennis terms, that was a forced error. That was not an unforced error. We played a part in that one. And, you know, that's pretty much wrapped up. Or is it? We give away the ball here, and Cowboys have another chance. We do have a 12-point lead, so I am feeling very comfortable at this stage. But Samuel Raja, I don't know who the hell this is. Lachlan Coote just comes out of nowhere, and we try that, like, you know, the cheese where you cut back inside, and it just didn't really work out too well. Like I said before, Raja isn't the greatest at cutting back inside with, but I don't know, I can't blame him for that one. It's just more good in terms of we got out of our own end and, you know, killed off the game once and for all. There was no coming back from that one. So 34-22 was how that game ended. See with Raja, there's a lot of try scorers. Every try scorer for us was a different player. I think Soward just missed the one goal. And we've at that result, we get 5 players to 2 bonus players. Take a look, 16, 9, 11, 7, and 14. Wow, I was happy with those pickups. But I'll get to number 9 in a second when it actually happens. So Glenn Hall was the first player. I'm not really looking to play him, but I think he's about 85 rated in this game. Now, Rory Koch-Jason, it was such a... so underwhelming, that pick. I thought it was Granville, but Granville was on the bench for some reason on this game. Granville 87 rated, Koch-Jason I think is about 84, I think. So I was thinking, yes, we fit the jackpot here. Not that we need another hooker, but I like Granville. Gavin Cooper is a good player. We won't be using him, but he's a good player. And there's the big guy, Jonathan Thurston. We saw he's pretty effective. He kicked all the goals except for one. And also he scored a really important try for them. Obviously didn't really lead too much, but he did score a try. And he'll be coming in to replace Jamie Soward, I think. But I'm not really sure. Foran or Soward, one of them two has to go. But Thurston will be coming in. And, you know, we can get rid of Soward because Thurston will take over the goal kicking as well. So very, very happy to get that pick up. Would have been nice to pick up a few other players as well, maybe a Billy Slater, but wasn't meant to be, and I'm very happy with just Thurston. So thanks for watching the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share with all your friends. That's something I don't usually say, but make sure you share with your friends. It's really important in terms of growing the channel and that sort of stuff. And leave comments. I definitely take a look at them and I read through them all and comment whenever it lets me do it. If it doesn't let me, it's just something on your end, not mine. And the last thing I'll say is follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke YT, face the page in the description below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.